Okay, so get this.
Yeah.
A hiker in North Carolina was diagnosed with scrub typhus
Wow.
a few weeks ago.
Yeah, scrub typhus.
You'd think it'd be one of those things you only hear about in far-off places, but it's here.
It is.
In the U.S.
Yeah.
So we're diving deep today into this disease,
Okay.
scrub typhus, and kind of where it's found, how it spreads, how it, wreaks havoc in your body.
Yeah.
We've got some fascinating research really focusing on how scrub typhus impacts people all across the globe.
Awesome.
And I think it's a story that you don't want
I think so too. Yeah, it's pretty fascinating, like how much damage this tiny little bacterium can cause.
Right.
Orientia Tsutsugamushi, it's like a little ninja warrior,
Oh, I like that, targeting the blood vessels.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about where this warrior is usually found, because I always thought of scrub typhus as like a tropical disease.
Yeah, it's most common in Asia.
Okay.
Especially in a region called the Tsutsugamushi Triangle.
This sounds like something you would out of.
It does, like an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
That triangle includes India, and scrub typhus is one of the most common infections there.
The Tsutsugamushi Triangle. That's definitely somewhere I do not want to get lost in.
No. But, it's not just limited to that region anymore.
Okay.
We're seeing cases pop up in, like, the Middle East, Africa, South America, and even in the United States, like with that hiker we were talking about in North Carolina.
Exactly. That's what got us on this deep dive. So it sounds like it's spreading. Is there a rhyme or reason to, when it's most common?
Absolutely. Think rainy season.
Oh,
June through November, when those mites that carry the bacteria, they're most active. That's when we see a surge in infections. And this is especially true in countries like Thailand, Sri Lanka, where scrub typhus is actually one of the leading causes of fevers that doctors can't easily diagnose.
So if you're traveling to those areas during rainy season, something to keep in mind.
Definitely.
So how does it even happen? How do you go from a mite bite to this? Serious illness?
Well, that's where a little ninja warrior comes in.
Okay.
Orientia Tsutsugamushi.
Right.
It's a type of bacteria that behaves in a really unique way.
You mentioned that it attacks the blood vessels.
Yes.
Can you kind of break down how that works?
Yeah. So imagine your blood vessels like a network of highways.
Okay.
Right? And they're transporting all these vital nutrients and oxygen throughout your body. Orientia Tsutsugamushi. It infects the cells that line those highways.
Okay.
The endothelial cells.
So it's attacking the lining of the highways.
And that causes something called vasculitis.
Vasculitis.
Which basically means inflammation of the blood vessels.
So those highways are getting clogged up, damaged. That's when things start to get real serious.
Exactly. And to make matters worse, Orientia Tsutsugamushi doesn't just stop there. It's like a microscopic wrecking ball. It also attacks these macrophages, which are important immune cells that normally help fight off infection.
Oh, wow.
And even scarier, it can attack the cells of your heart muscle.
So it's not just disrupting the flow of blood and nutrients, it's directly attacking the cells themselves.
It is.
This is starting to sound kind of scary.
It's definitely concerning. All this destruction leads to widespread inflammation in the body, which is a major culprit behind the damage we see with scrub typhus, especially in organs like the brain and the lungs.
So how does this microscopic mayhem actually play out? What's happening at the cellular level?
So picture this. Those infected cells, they swell up, they start to break down, blood vessels form clots and then rupture, ultimately leading to tissue death.
Oh, wow.
Which we call necrosis. And to make matters worse, your own immune system, while trying to fight off the infection, adds fuel to the fire by causing further blockages in those tiny blood vessels.
It's like a domino effect.
It is, of destruction.
Amazing how something so small can cause so much widespread damage.
It really highlights the power of these tiny microbes, and I think this deep dive has really emphasized the need to understand scrub typhus better.
Yeah.
Especially with its expanding global footprint.
It's a good reminder that we're all part of a global ecosystem.
We are.
So,
yeah.
What can we do to protect ourselves?
Well, I think the key takeaway here is that early diagnosis and treatment are absolutely crucial when it comes to scrub typhus.
Okay.
And the good news is researchers are working hard to develop better diagnostic tools and even vaccines.
Oh, wow.
So if you live in or plan to travel to areas where scrub typhus is present, stay informed. Knowing the latest developments could make all the difference.
Knowledge is power.
It is.
Well, this has been a fascinating, albeit slightly terrifying, deep dive into the world of scrub typhus. But here's one final thought I want to leave everyone with.
Okay.
We talked about how the body's own immune response can actually worsen the damage caused by this bacterium.
Yeah.
What are the long-term consequences for survivors of scrub typhus? Could this overactive immune response lead to other health problems down the road? Something to ponder, and maybe we'll explore that in a future episode. But until then, stay curious and stay informed.
Definitely.